In this course, we will see how to set up the Facebook pixel and all conversions in a simple way, and with just a few clicks. First of all, indeed, we need to have an account, Facebook ads. If we don't have one, clearly we need to be registered on Facebook and we need to have a business page, obviously for our company or our business. Subsequently, we will find ourselves inside the Meta Business Suite if we search for business.facebook.com. Once we are inside the Business Manager, we will just need to go into all the tools and then Event Management. I refer you to other tutorials for the configuration of the Business Manager and ADI accounts. Once we access Event Management, we will find a screen similar to this one. To create a pixel, we will need to click on Connect Data Sources, and then we can clearly select Web. I have it disabled because I have already created it. We access a data source that I previously created for this tutorial. We use this test pixel. Once indeed, we have our pixel created. We go into settings and we will see that there is the pixel ID and then the possibility to generate an access token. Great. Now we are ready to start tracking our website. Now we need to create an account on Framework 360. What is it? Framework 360. It is a marketing and sales platform that allows you to do multiple things, including indeed advanced web tracking of our websites. It is not mandatory to have a website on Framework 360, although it is possible to create one, but we can also have an external one on WordPress or written in HTML, PHP or other platforms. Okay, let's register on the platform by entering our email in this box and clicking Start to create an environment. I am already registered, so I click on Login and then Access with the account for the tutorials. Great, once the Framework 360 environment is set up, there is a mini wizard with 3 steps. We will find ourselves on this screen, which is the dashboard. For this tutorial, we will be interested in going into web tracking. Here, we just need to create a new tracking project and then we will find ourselves on a screen similar to this one. We enter the project name, which can be the name of the website or the business name, and then we choose whether to use web tracking on a site made with Framework 360. We have created a demo, one specifically for this tutorial, or we could choose to insert the tracking on an external domain. As I was saying, it is indeed possible to integrate Framework 360 with WordPress. Thanks to a convenient plugin called Framework 360 Connect. Here it is. How can we see it? This plugin allows you to integrate all the functionalities of Framework 360 with a WordPress site in just a few clicks. Otherwise, we could click on the integration code. And once the domain is enabled, which in this case, for example, could be tutorial.framer.it, to clearly allow the framework to understand from which domain the data is coming, we would just need to click here and copy this script to insert it into the footer or the header of our site written in PHP, HTML, or other platforms. Obviously, if you are not familiar with this operation, ask your webmaster to insert this JavaScript code into the footer or the header of the website you intend to track. Great, once our web tracking project is configured, as we can see here, at the bottom we find tracking Facebook. Besides Facebook, it is also possible to track with Google Analytics, Google Ads, Google Tag Manager. We can add it, it's not essential, however, as I was saying, this platform already includes all the functionalities to track any type of thing, from calls, emails, clicks on any button, clicks on any section of the site, to content views. For e-commerce, it is very important, for example, add to cart, start purchase checkout, session duration. We can run Facebook campaigns, for example, to understand if a visitor is interested or not, thanks to session duration. For instance, if we set this functionality to 30 seconds, here we set 30 seconds, we can understand as soon as the visitor clearly stays for at least 30 seconds, on the site, the Framework 360 platform will send to Facebook. The conversion to make Facebook register, the conversion is very simple. Let's go back into Event Management, go to Pixel ID, copy it and insert it here. As we can see, the section for the access token will also open. If we want to use the Facebook API, we just need to go down to the section Event Management Settings and find Generate Access Token. We can click it automatically. Facebook will generate an alphanumeric code for us that we can insert into this section and save, as we can see. Once we have saved our Facebook pixel, now we can see it. It will already be active on our website. Here at the top, I have the extension that you surely know. Facebook Pixel Helper to see if a pixel is active on the site. How can we see? Framework 360 has automatically added our tracking pixel and also sends conversions via API. That said, we can then start tracking everything we need as we saw, for example, session duration 30 seconds, or here it was already set for a previous tutorial. Click on the order button. Now, as we can see, this site also has a button. Order now, which if clicked, triggers the conversion. Okay. Once we have clearly entered, we have activated our conversion action that we want to track. We will just need to scroll down, and then, as we can see, we will find the section dedicated to Facebook Pixel events. In this case, this conversion action click sends click BTN, but we can change it. For example, click on button, order now. For this tutorial, it is very explanatory. As we were seeing, indeed, the session duration can also be tracked. As we can see, what's the first thing to do? It is very important to obviously and mandatorily give an event to Framework 360 because it is not essential to clearly send the tracking to advertising platforms. But is it possible, as we see, third-party tracking here? Just enable it and all the boxes we clearly selected in the first step will open. For example, if in settings we have the Facebook Pixel, we have Google Analytics, those will open. But if we put a fake Twitter code, as we can see here, the inputs for Twitter tracking will also have opened. We have the possibility to track. Indeed, as we also saw, TikTok. We can add LinkedIn, Albacross, IndexMetric, Hotjar. In short, the Teen Web Tracking module of Framework 360 is very comprehensive and greatly simplified to be used clearly by anyone who wants to do digital marketing effectively. Let's return to the section indeed of the 30 seconds as we can see here. I have set a minimum duration of 30 seconds on the site, and then here we can set it as 30 seconds on the site. These events will be shown in the Statistics tab here within Framework 360. As we can see, so we set 30 seconds on the site and then send it to Facebook, for example, 30s. So, as a clearly customized action, it is not a standard event. If there were a standard event, Framework 360 would suggest it regardless. For example, if we activate calls, this function allows us to clearly cover or not cover if we still want to track all clicks on phone numbers. For example, if we have a support phone number on our site, Framework 360 automatically, as we can see, it will recognize it, and then when a click occurs, it will send contact as a standard event to the platform, clearly Facebook ads. If we want to see Facebook's standard events, it's very simple. We just need to write, here it is, Facebook ads standard events. We can find a dedicated page for all the standard events that Facebook ads recommends if we want to use one of the categories it suggests. For example, we have put contact as suggested here. Because if someone clicks on the phone number, it's a contact via phone, SMS, email, or chat. It fits perfectly with this category. But if we want to change it, by putting lead, for example, we could simply copy lead, go back into Framework 360 and change contact to lead automatically. Therefore, when someone clicks on the phone number, Framework 360 will send the standard lead conversion to Facebook ADS. As I was saying, we are sending it as soon as the 30 seconds on the visitor site are verified. The 30th event. And we can see that by clearly going to the site and reloading the page, we will see that if I click on the button, now, as we can see, the Pixel Helper doesn't show anything. But if I click on the order button, now the click event on the order button will have been triggered to Facebook, that is our Pixel. Here, as we can see, there is also the possibility to test the events. Let's put this link open the website and it will start capturing the events. Here they are. If we indeed, as we saw, reload the page, click on the order button. Now, the custom conversion will be sent, since it is not a standard event that we can clearly find in Facebook's list. And here we can see an event from the Pixel called click on order button will have arrived. Now, within 24 hours, Facebook ads will show them in this tab and we can go and add them inside. Aggregated event measurement in priority to clearly allow Facebook ads to understand which events they are, and to somewhat compensate for the shortcomings of iOS 14.5, as the platform explains well. Great! With Framework 360, it is also possible to track the submission of forms, as we can see here. At the bottom, there is a form, and there is no need for a thank you page, as Framework 360 only tracks when the form is actually submitted, and not just when the button, such as Contact Us, is clicked. This is something that many do, but it is fundamentally wrong. Because if a potential customer clicks multiple times on the Contact US button, Facebook ads would receive multiple conversions. Instead, the conversion should only be sent when the request is actually received by the company. In this case, if we want to track the submission of the form, we can add it as an event, as we were seeing the event lead. We reload the page, fill out this form. As we see, indeed, the Pixel Helper shows nothing. We fill out this form, click Contact Us, and we will see that the action will trigger lead. As we see, indeed, it's very simple. With this platform, it's extremely easy to track virtually anything. If you needed to track an e-commerce, you could add these actions here that automatically recognize, as we see. It automatically intercepts the click on the Add to Cart button and sends Facebook Add to Cart. Clearly also sending the currency, sending the product price value, content name, the content IDs, if these parameters are clearly needed up to reaching the purchase as we see. Indeed, equipped frame sends automatically purchase currency. By doing so, the web tracking is very advanced, very precise. We always have very advanced statistics here inside the TAB. Statistics, as we see, indeed, there are also the data of the device that made the conversion. And we also see a box that opens in the summary where we see, indeed, the conversion actions in real time. Advanced tracking, indeed, is very important for feeding the machine, learning of advertising platforms and reducing costs, optimizing one's advertising campaigns.